Draymond Green is at it again. Fresh off yet another suspension, the NBA's loudest, most volatile star has pledged to stay true to himself while also insinuating that the league's out to get him. If Draymond truly believes that, then he's absolutely out to lunch, hasn't learned a damn thing, and his actions will continue to cost his beloved Warriors going forward. In meeting with the media for the first time since his 5-game suspension for Le Chokehold heard round the world, Draymond unsurprisingly had a lot to say. While the 4-time All-Star did acknowledge that he's got room to grow, Green also proudly proclaimed that he doesn't regret putting Rudy Gobert in a headlock while coming to the defense of teammate Klay Thompson, that he'll never change the way he plays the game, and that he's still being overpunished for past transgressions. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's go through this piece by piece. First of all, someone needs to let Draymond know that it's almost 2024. Everyone has seen the replay of the Warriors-Wolves scuffle countless times on multiple devices. Who's he kidding when he says he was just sticking up for Klay? Did Gobert break an unwritten rule by putting his hands on Thompson while trying to pull him away from Jaden McDaniels? Sure, and if Green had responded in kind, then fair game. But there's a big difference between a guy pulling your teammate away and you putting him in a sleeper hole.
He's got the sleeper on the hookster!
Not to mention, Gobert's considerably taller than Green, so grabbing him by the neck isn't something that could have happened by accident. Draymond purposely engaged in a reckless, potentially dangerous act against an opponent. Of course, that's nothing new for him. Just ask Domantas Sabonis, Steven Adams, Brandon Clark, or even former teammate Jordan Poole. As for continuing to play basketball the only way he knows how, no one's suggesting Green should play any differently. None of his on-court issues have had anything to do with basketball. No one's telling him to tone down the inspiring ferocity with which he plays, his trademark trash talk, or even his heated conversations with officials. Heck, when he memorably told Paul Pierce that fans don't love him like that, we were all laughing right along with Draymond. But last I checked, headlocks, chest stomps, and crotch shots weren't part of the game.
My goodness, son, is there something wrong with you? Are you mentally okay?
Finally, it's genuinely laughable that Draymond doesn't seem to understand the concept of being a repeat offender. Of course the league's going to come down harder on him for his dirty actions than it would on a player with no history of unsportsmanlike behavior. Taking a player or employee's body of work into account when considering discipline isn't novel to the NBA. Every sports league and place of work does the same. Violating a company policy for the 15th time is gonna land you in hotter water than your first screw-up did. And that's if you even survive that many violations to begin with. Now, when it comes to Draymond, the reason the Warriors have tolerated all the headaches and league-mandated absences over the years, the reason Golden State rewarded the now 33-year-old with another $100 million contract that runs through 2027 is because he's been an integral component of their dynastic success. Steph Curry's shooting, gravity, and all-around brilliance made the Warriors the team of the last decade. But Green's versatility, all-world defense, playmaking, and basketball IQ have been invaluable to an all-time squad. But with the dynasty on its last legs, the Warriors' margin for error is shrinking. Forget costing them a finals game. Draymond's buffoonery and the absences that follow could now be the difference between whether Steph and company even make the playoffs. Green's value to the Warriors is what makes this all so frustrating. He's a proud vet who doesn't need to be told how important he's been to Golden State's 4 title runs. Yet he remains a reckless player whose volatility jeopardizes the team's success. He's a basketball savant who processes the game 2 steps quicker than his competitors, yet he remains astonishingly oblivious to the potential consequences of his actions and to the tone deafness of playing the victim. Look, Draymond Green's last big contract, his championship pedigree, and potentially even his Hall of Fame candidacy are already secure. But as he and the Warriors age, as his impact and the team's relevance slowly fade, no one wants to see his legacy reduced to that of a grizzled goon, or worse. Because as much as we all hate to admit it, Rudy Gobert had a point. And no one's laughing with the clown anymore. They're laughing at him.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button.